All right, so I'm gonna be honest, man, I didn't think that I'd be doing this for a third day in a row, but here we are with even more leaks. I'm telling you, when I made the video talking about this week being absolutely crazy for Fish, I pretty much meant it. But anyways, with that being said, man, less yapping, let's go ahead and jump right into this. All right, so here we are in the official Fish X page, which is kind of where they've been posting a lot of the leaks now. I don't know what this transition over to using this method instead of posting in the Discord leaks channel, but that's besides the point. The point is that we're sort of backpedaling here, going back to March 8th as well as March 10th, because as you guys know, I've already said this multiple times, especially in the last two videos that we've made. This week, there is a total of 2 updates. We have one update on Thursday being the 13th of March, which is related to The Hunt, the official massive event that Roblox is hosting, and another one on Saturday being the 15th. Now, the one that we're sort of focusing on here is not exactly either one of these. It's actually specifically the update that's going to be happening on March 29th that introduces the Cthulhu. I will have some stuff to show you guys regarding Saturday's update, but right now I want to show you guys something that didn't really make sense on March 10th when I showed you this tweet where it says, did anyone notice the thumbnail change? What do you think is going to be in the big update on March 29th? So basically, this is what the thumbnail was for the event that was listed on the front page of Roblox, specifically the Fish page. It had this really weird abstract pattern with what clearly is a Cthulhu in the background and a noob character here in the front. The title of the event was The Curse, with sort of like a bunch of question marks at the beginning and at the end. And then under it said, something is happening, where in the description, it also mentioned about the Great Dreamcatcher. Yesterday, we sort of went over this little trailer that was posted, which this is related to Thursday's update. And it may or may not be in some way related to Cthulhu that we are expecting on the 29th of March. If it is, it's definitely going to be sort of like a little bit of a teaser and not really the full entire Cthulhu experience. But anyways, I'm getting completely sidetracked here because now we continue scrolling up. 13 hours ago, they sort of retweeted the picture of the fish, which this is the update for Saturday. This is the post that I'm most interested in. Shortly after they retweeted the fish, they sent this one out that says, whoa, what is that? Are you showing up to the event? And at first I was like, well, I guess they're just retweeting a bunch of stuff, like they retweeted the fish, so maybe they're just retweeting this from the March 10th post. But then I started looking a little bit more into the picture, and I also noticed that the title was different, and so was sort of like the subtitle. So of course, I instantly rushed over here to the official sort of post on the front page, and it's kind of interesting because if you notice, now the noob is completely exposed, meaning as we approach March 29th, this image is going to progressively be evolving and exposing what is in the image, which, I mean, obviously we can already tell that it is exactly what we predicted. There's a noob standing on what I'm assuming is some kind of dock. I can't imagine that's a giant ship, but at the same time, it also could be. But anyways, in front of him is Cthulhu. You can already sort of start to see the tentacles right here. Besides that, things have sort of changed over in the text. It says, the dreamer is coming, the gate shall open. So already I'm getting the feeling that this update is going to be somehow treated the same exact way as like Northern Expedition, where we had a portal we would have to go through, and that would teleport us to a completely separate area where you would go ahead and, you know, take part in the entire update. Similar to also like Atlantis, for example. Description is still the same. The Great Dreamer shall return. The curse is spreading. And interesting enough, we're only 12 days into the month, and there's already 1.1 million people interested in this, which I feel like for the most part, the reason why so many people are interested in it is just simply because of the current state of the game. Everybody is sort of like about it, if that kind of makes a little sense, just because of the whole entire pay to win stuff. And I say stuff, but technically speaking, the only thing that's pay to win, which by no means am I downplaying this, it's actually really bad, is the golden tentacle. That is by far the worst idea. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that when I was asked about certain things that should and shouldn't be for Robux back when like Neil was in charge, one of the very first things that I did mention was to not make bait Robux, but that was a long time ago and it was under a completely different producer. But to be honest, that could have probably gotten lost. Now coming back over here to the X page, there is a little bit more, even though technically that is the only thing that we're going to talk about for March 29th. If we keep scrolling up here, for starters, they're having some type of like little giveaway for the Miku rod, which is pretty cool. If this reaches 2,000 likes, which as of the time that I'm recording this, it is like 100 likes away from hitting 2K, 2 people are going to get the Miku rod. In case you weren't aware, these are the stats for the Miku rod. Not really like super crazy. I mean, the lure speed is insane. Control is insane. Resilience is insane. Max KG is also insane, but the luck is, you know, just kind of mid. The real selling point is obviously the song that plays, as well as the fact that you don't really have to do anything. Because of the resilience being so insane, the bar doesn't move at all whatsoever. To my knowledge, I believe there's only like 3 people that have this rod. Const, which is the original person that actually got this rod made for them, and myself, which technically we were the only 2 that had it for a very, very long time. As of recently, I believe one of the contributors also got it, and now there's going to be 2 random people that also have it. It's kind of crazy, man. Kind of crazy. But this is the thing that I want to talk about right here. It says, meet Clover McRich. Can you help him find his brothers? So it looks like this guy right here is going to be the new sort of like NPC for Saturday's update. Again, the entire Saturday's update is all St. Patrick's themed. Sort of have fingers crossed that there's going to be like a new zone, maybe like a limited time area where we'll be able to get a bunch of limited time fish. Doesn't really have to be too crazy or like a massive area. It could literally just be a tiny little island with a couple of 4-leaf clovers and a rainbow. That's all it's got to be. I'm not even asking for like a full-fledged AAA island or anything like what we did for Fishmas. It can literally be super simple. The way we used to teleport into the Fishmas island was shaking a snow globe. You can basically give us a 4-leaf clover and we pluck one of the 4-leaf clovers off of it and it teleports us to this island. Devs, hire me. I'm cooking right now. By the way, this also gives us a general idea on what exactly the St. Patrick's Day quest is going to be. So apparently we're going to be looking for some brothers. My guess is that we're going to probably be looking for some little tiny leprechauns that are going to be spread out throughout the entire world. Find them, get a reward, and hopefully, I don't end up having a St. Patrick's Day incident. I mean, I am literally just, bro, it's insane. The incidents are getting carried away at this point. But yeah, man, I think this is going to be pretty much our final sort of like leak video. Tomorrow, we're obviously getting the hunt update. The next day, I will more than likely still be making videos on whatever that content is. And obviously, the day after that is going to be a stream early in the morning for whatever the St. Patrick's Day update is. And for the rest of the weekend, we're just going to be, covering different stuff. So this is pretty much going to be the final leak video for this week. If anything else ends up popping up, I'll probably just do like a short or something. I'm going to be honest, this week was rough, man. It was like just a lot of anticipating for whatever is next because of this guy. Like, why did you have to come in here and just ruin everything, huh? Like, what's wrong with you? I said it before, man, and I'll say it again. I really do hope that moving forward, they sort of learn from these things and they fully do understand that it's okay to monetize, but you just kind of have to give like sort of a downtime or at least tone it down just a little bit. It kind of feels like there's a lot of things monetized right now, given the vast majority of them are purely cosmetic. Everyone is more or less entitled to their own opinion. Some people say that the boats are pay to win. I personally don't agree with it, but if you feel that way, that's perfectly fine. Some people say that the skins are pay to win. I, again, don't agree with that. But if you feel that way, that is perfectly fine. In my opinion, I think pay to win is things like these bundles right here that are 64x luck, while also releasing secrets that are insanely difficult to get, pretty much forcing people to buy this luck. And honestly, the main culprit is probably going to be the bait. The bait is just not it for me, man. It's an unfortunate situation, man, but we can only hope that they learn and moving forward, things are a little bit different. I don't know, man. Definitely a shorter video. At least I think so. It might not end up being that. It might actually be a normal 8-minute, 9-minute video. Thank you guys for listening to me for the last couple of days, just pretty much yapping my life away. I promise we'll be back to our regular schedule starting tomorrow. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know all of your theories in the comment section. But with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.